The caution in the Scriptures here, it seems to me, is for us to beware of those who would use and manipulate faith for either personal gain or for the oppression of others. Any form of faith that is used for personal gain or in the service of oppression of a people is to be interrogated, if not full-throatedly and denounced. Faith that is in keeping with Paul's ministry in Ephesus and Jesus' teachings, his life and resurrection and faith, is a faith that sees people's flourishing in community rather than personal prosperity at others' expense. It isn't in keeping with God's kingdom if I flourish while you languish. It is neither in God's keeping. It is neither in keeping in God's kingdom if the majority thrives at the expense of a minority of the people. Rather, in God's kingdom, we flourish in community together. And a faith that is in keeping with the Jesus that Paul preached seeks the liberation of the poor and the marginalized, not the oppression of others. It isn't liberation if I free you from bondage but then shackle you to my whims. So yes, perhaps the sons of Sceva drove out some demons, but at what cost? If their miracle working pointed towards themselves rather than God's kingdom, then they were simply replacing one demonic master for another. Saints, any prophet or preacher whose message, however wrapped in religious language and forms, preaches a form of gospel that doesn't lead to the flourishing in community or the liberation of the poor and the oppressed, it may have more in keeping with the message of Robert Tilton and the sons of Sceva than with the Savior that Paul preached.